use using the Samsung Galaxy Z Trifold for over a week. There are some amazing things about this phone, but there are also some really bloody annoying ones. I'm going to tell you those in this video, but I'm going to keep it specific to the Z Trifold. For example,
again for all of your help, and it was really nice meeting you. I'm really impressed in a lot of different ways, and there are also definitely things that I think are going to be some cause for concern for you guys. Nothing that I think is a big enough concern for you guys to not actually get one yourself if you have the expendable income, because here you're getting a 5600 milliamp hour battery, you're getting a 200 megapixel camera on the back end, similar to the Fold 7, and you're also getting that Snapdragon 8 Elite 4 Galaxy, just like you are on the Fold 7 as well. What I can say is that for me personally, going into one of the
trifold. So this is the triple screen trifolding or trifold Galaxy Z Trifold. It's the newest phone on the market, and as you can see, that's what the box looks like. All right, so it's a pretty...
Share a different perspective. I've been a pretty hardcore user of foldables for the past few years, and I've made quite a few videos about using phones to replace laptops, as well as other unique use cases for phones. And this, the Trifold, is without a doubt the closest we've ever gotten to having a phone that also works as the way to use this phone is, of course, fully open. The inner display is massive. It's 10 inches. That's the reason you're getting this phone. You have small black bars on the top and bottom if you're watching 16:9 media, but significantly less than you're getting on the other folding phones, which are just a square when you open them and basically have no advantage.
No different to the Z Fold 7 or most candy bar phones. It's all about the inner screen when consuming content and multitasking. Now, on the flip side of that positive, when have
a small tray table, or if you just don't want to bring, a tablet or a laptop, it's kind of a nice backup. And if you plug into another monitor, whether that is like your extra monitor at work, like you forgot your laptop, or maybe if it's like a TV in a hotel room, you can have an extended display. So
you're getting a 269 PPI. And although that is technically less, when I was actually using it, everything on the display looks very crisp and very sharp. There was no moment when I was viewing videos, going through the different applications, and
very realistically, and multitask between all of them. Whereas on a Fold, you could open up 2 apps really well, and that was already a huge positive. A third app, or just a large app and a small app, this really expands the opportunity with this phone. And I was kind of debating, is this the right way to have?
Completely honest with you guys, the only thing really that for me was an immediate flag on a day-to-day basis is the thickness when it's in like a normal phone mode, right? Because surprisingly, when you actually open it up into that tablet form factor, it is just as thin as the Galaxy Fold 7.
It's totally gonna weigh your shorts down a little bit, and the phone case is a little bit tricky on this. The phone case only really covers the back and the hinge, and then when you open it, the edges are not really covered, which kind of makes sense. It's going to be like that no matter what if you have this style of fold. But the outer display is 6.
Now, with the phone folded, that's the comparison in thickness between the iPhone 17 Pro Max and the Galaxy Z Trifold. Okay, so I'm gonna get
funkiness to, like, if I had to think back, like the Fold 4 maybe, or like the Fold 3 back when those were like thicker phones. And I think a reasonable concern is the actual clarity and crispness of the internal display that you're getting, where say on the Fold 7, for example, you're getting a 360.
Now, I know that's a very niche, unique scenario, but apply that into your use case scenario. When you're out for a walk, in the shops, doing what you're doing, just want to peruse your phone, even viewing content. You may be someone that likes to use a stylus pen. The fact that Samsung couldn't include a digitizer layer on here just beggars belief. There is no flagship tablet out there on the market.
It's already a relatively mature operating system and feels like it really belongs. But I did find some browser interactions, for example, some websites where you're kind of halfway between phone and desktop and it didn't quite look optimal. Use case number 6 then, different way you could use this. A lot of people forget this, but you can
hold of this device, but going through an import store like the average tech store. And you also know that the price for this device is £3,500, less with discounts, taking it to around £3,300. But
there you go. I watched some other video by Flossie Carter, and it seems like he also had to press that power button 3 times when he was booting it up for the first
button. With this, I can't reach the shutter button because it's in the middle of the 3. So really what I recommend doing is unfold it all the way and then fold 1 all the way back in. So it kind of looks like what we saw in number 1, but now you're able to hold it and kind of have a nice grip on there as well. And you can reach the button much more easily.
Probably going to get a software update at some point. Now, the next thing that absolutely infuriates me about this Samsung device, and all Samsung device to be clear, battery. Because I have it on the desk, I'm going to use this for...
and the inside screen. Some other things to note, somehow Samsung still managed to fit 15-watt wireless charging, 45-watt wired charging, and so that should give you about 50% charge in about half an hour, and they still have wireless power share in here, impressively considering how thin this phone really is. As far as durability goes,
everything to do with money is impacted if they adopt silicon carbon, because it's slightly more expensive, but really they would just have to change the parts. Because to be clear, the batteries inside the Z trifold are the same batteries found in...
Show how... Okay, there you go. So that's as fingerprint free as you'll ever see that display. So that's what that looks like.
I am not as big a stickler about the hinge. So let's go ahead and power this on. And I'm going to tell you some of the specifications. That's if it powers on. I will say that it does seem like the fingerprint scanner
It knows, or rather it tells you when you're about to fold it wrong. So when you're about to fold it like this, it tells you. There's a vibration, immediately tells open the phone and fold from the other side. Okay.
That bend test he done, it took a lot of force to finally break the screen. And to be clear, it didn't snap the hinges. The titanium hinges in here are unreal, much like on the...
that we've got on the device. And, you know, the crease, as has been with every generation, is viewable, but directly on, not really. And that's kind of the whole idea. Now, when it comes to folding this, as you know, it will give you an alarm to let you know.
Experienced a lot of awesome things there. The coolest thing by far was actually meeting a subscriber of the channel here, Courtney. She actually helped me film some B-roll for the actual trifold. She was super duper nice. She was very kind. And of everything that I experienced there, that easily made my trip. It's just a good reminder for me.
As just a proof of concept here. That they've already sold tens of thousands. So kudos to Samsung. Really excited to start using this as a phone, get it set up, and then report back to all of you about its overall performance. I think battery life is going to be the biggest question, but this has been out already for a month.